In this video, we'll take a look at testing a claim about a standard deviation or testing a claim about a variance. So when we look at testing a claim about a standard deviation or variance, our test statistic is going to be a chi-squared value. And so our critical values will be chi-squared values. For these, the degrees of freedom that are going to be associated with these are going to be one less than the sample size. So those are the chi-squared distributions that we will take a look at. Here you need a simple random sample and you need a normal distribution. So those things must be true. So if we use StatDisk for that, we need to identify the null and the alternative hypothesis. We need to identify a variety of things in order to be able to roll through this. So we need to identify the significance level. We need to identify the claimed standard deviation. That claimed standard deviation should be from the null hypothesis, the sample size, and then we should also identify the sample standard deviation. So if we have those four pieces of information, then we can throw that into StatDisk and roll through this without too much issue. For this, we will choose analysis, hypothesis test, and then standard deviation, one sample. Input those four different values, and it will output for us the test statistic. It will output the critical values, which will be chi-squared values. It will output the p-value, and it will output the associated confidence interval. And when we say associated confidence interval, then that means if our value of alpha, the associated confidence interval, has a confidence level of 1 minus alpha, if we have a two-tailed test, and our confidence level is 1 minus 2 alpha if it's a one-tailed test. So that is the associated confidence interval that it's going to give us. It will, in StatDisk, go ahead and make those changes for us. It will be able to identify two-tailed and one-tailed based on the alternative hypothesis that we have input. So based on that alternative hypothesis, StatDisk will be able to determine that, and it will output the appropriate confidence level, the appropriate associated confidence interval. All right, in the next video, we will look at an example of this.